All right, so you might remember from a while back, originally I had the Brunnera Jack Frost planted in the back row. But if you go back to like episode 6, and I'll probably splice some of that in here, I wasn't happy with it, all right? There were 3 of them, and other things grew, but they barely grew. It was really struggling, and I was worried because, you know, in this tree pit, there's real competition with the Linden roots, all right? So I kept 2 of them, the 2 that looked like they were doing okay, and I dug them up and I transplanted them, okay? But I didn't put them on Last Chance Pit, named after Top Chef, which is down the block there. I mean, that's pretty much where things usually go to die. Since they were a perennial, I wanted to give them another shot. So what I did is I put them on, I guess we'll call it Next Door Pit, all right, to see what happens over there. So I'm gonna give you an update on that. Now the Next Door Pit, it's a Japanese pagoda. We're gonna just take a walk over there. And the pagoda has roots they go deeper, and there shouldn't be as much competition with the Linden, all right? Hey, there he is. Yeah. All right, I'm sorry, just said hello to a neighbor. Now, what I was saying is this isn't exactly a comparable, control pit, because what happened here is they didn't add in any compost. You can see the soil here is in really bad shape. It's been under rocks for years. And, I would have mixed in the compost first, but they didn't do that. They just planted and then threw in mulch, and the mulch, of course, helps a little bit. All right, so I brought over both, the jacks, the baby jacks, and here you go. Look at that. They actually grew, okay? So this is a better pit competition-wise. Look at this. I could tell you a little horror story here. I don't know if I should. I came out one day and this plant was completely covered in dog feces. I mean, just buried. And I know there's a guy with a huge dog here, and he must have just let it go right on top. So I had to wash it all off. I did every best I could. And look at that. It's been about a week and a half, and it kind of perked up. I hate to tell you, there's still a little brown on it, but. And here's the other one. Now, the other thing I had brought over here was the New Guinea Impatience, okay, because that never flowered in my thing. It lost all the blooms and it never flowered. I'm gonna have to come back. So anyway, there were some loud people. It never bloomed, but look at that. It bloomed. So you get some light over here, okay? So this verifies, even with the crappy soil, it was less competition for the Jack Frost, and it did a little better. And the Impatience was also able to bloom. So there you go. There's an update. Maybe later we'll do one more.